Hello and welcome back to Eurofootball Daily, where we're running through this week's biggest transfer rumours from across the continent. With the Champions League kicking off this week, Europe's rising stars have a chance to put themselves firmly in the shop window. And despite the window closing 2 weeks ago, clubs are already looking forward to January. So if you've heard anything yourself, get talking down in the comments below. Now let's get into it. We begin at Real Madrid, where Zinedine Zidane will be feeling a little under pressure in the build-up to this weekend's El Clasico, following a disappointing defeat to Cadiz on Saturday. And according to AS, there is now growing disappointment among the club's members at how James Rodriguez was managed by the French coach, in light of the Colombian playmaker's excellent start to life in the Premier League. James was never fully trusted by Zidane, who struggled to get the best out of him in his system at the Bernabeu. After 5 appearances for Everton, he's already played more league minutes this season than what he managed in the entire 2019-20 campaign, and with 3 goals and 3 assists, is producing more than any Merengues player this term. According to the report, a number of figures within the Real hierarchy always backed James, so this could be a point of contention for Zidane should the club's results not improve in the coming weeks and months. His job looks pretty safe for now, but as we know, things can change quickly in the Spanish capital. However, following a quiet summer, the Liga champions are planning a spending spree in 2021, and Jadon Sancho has been linked with the club this week. Following his failed move to Man United, the English star will no doubt attract interest from rivals in the next year, and Real have now been thrown into the ring. However, with moves for Haaland and Mbappe already being talked up, we can't see them going for all 3. Meanwhile, reports on the weekend also suggested that they, along with Barcelona, may target Man United's Bruno Fernandes, although this also looks pure paper talk. Expect to see some more concrete links as January approaches. Over to Italy now, after reports on the weekend suggested Juventus have leapfrogged Arsenal in the race for Houssem Aouar. The Italian champions are understood to have chosen to sign Federico Chiesa over the Lyon man late in the window, while French outlet Le Temps Sport revealed the Gunners had a ceiling price that they weren't willing to go over for the 22-year-old. But according to Tutto Sport, Juve are now favourites to snap up Aouar, and Gianluca Di Marzio has claimed they could even make a move for him in January. If that were to happen, they'd surely have to stump up more than the €50 million price tag that was being touted in the summer. With his contract running until 2023, Lyon are not under pressure to sell. What's more, with Memphis Depay supposedly pushing for a move in the winter window, they can ill afford to lose another key player. With Real Madrid, PSG and Man City all rumoured to be interested too, it will likely take a hefty bid to get Aouar out of Lyon. And before we move on, if you're enjoying our content, do hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to never miss a video. Sticking in Turin, a speculation over the future of Paulo Dybala grew this week. The Argentinian forward is rarely far from the rumour mill, with strong links to Real Madrid, Man United, PSG and Spurs over the last 18 months. But right now an exit from the Bianconeri doesn't look too far-fetched, with the 26-year-old yet to play a minute of football under Andrea Pirlo. He was even left on the bench during their disappointing draw with Crotone on the weekend, despite Cristiano Ronaldo being out with COVID, with Morata, Kulusevski and Portanova all preferred to him in the forward line, though it is understood he is still not considered fully fit to start. And following the game, reports emerged that Dybala had an altercation with sporting director Fabio Paratici in the tunnel, suggesting the former Palermo man is growing more and more frustrated at his current predicament. Dybala and the club have also stalled over a new contract, which as recently as September looks set to be signed, with a $12 million a year deal being mooted. With his current terms expiring in 2022, he could be available for cheap next summer if an agreement can't be reached. But what would you do if you were Dybala? Stay or leave? And if so, where do you think he should go? Let us know in the comments. One of Europe's most coveted young players, it was a bit of a surprise to see Dominik Szoboszlai stay at Red Bull Salzburg this summer. The Hungarian attacking midfielder, who contributed to 19 goals in just over 1,600 league minutes for the Austrian club last term, was linked with PSG, AC Milan and Napoli over the summer. Meanwhile, Fabrizio Romano revealed that Arsenal were looking at him as a potential alternative to Houssem Aouar, and reports since have suggested the Gunners could make a January move for the youngster who turns 20 next week. However, if a recent Bild report is to be believed, the English club could face a battle to sign him, with Salzburg's sister club RB Leipzig also keen on making a play for Subozli in the winter. The German club of course have a track record of snapping up the best talents from their Austrian neighbours, with Upamecano, Naby Keita, Amadou Haidara and recent signing Hwang Hee-chan just a few of the players to have made the switch in recent years. so it's difficult not to favour them in the race for Subozli's signature, and he could be a long-term replacement for Emil Forsberg, whose contract expires in 2022. Valued at around €25 million, the 10-capped international could be secured for a bargain too. Capable of performing on the left and in the centre, he's unsurprisingly seen as an ideal option for clubs in need of an extra creative presence behind the forward line. Whoever lands him will be in for a treat, and right now we're backing Leipzig. It's a great time to be an AC Milan fan right now. The Rossoneri are already 2 points clear at the top of Serie A, have won all their games and have conceded just once in 4 outings. And according to reports in Italy, 2 of their star performers in recent months are close to agreeing new deals at the San Siro, with Zlatan Ibrahimovic potentially signing a contract which would keep him at the club beyond his 40th birthday, and Hakan Çalhanoğlu in negotiations over new terms as well. The Turkish playmaker's current deal runs out next summer, so Milan fans will be keen to see him pen a new contract. And according to Calcio Mercato, the Italian giants are looking to strengthen in January, with manager Stefano Pioli having faced an injury crisis at the back in the early weeks of the campaign. Fiorentina star Nikola Milenkovic is apparently at the top of their list, and with the 23-year-old's contract up in 2022, they'll be hopeful of negotiating a cut-price deal for the Serbian international, and are already in contact with his agent. He would no doubt be a great signing for Milan, having already clocked up nearly 100 Serie A appearances since moving to Italy in 2017, and attracting interest from a number of Europe's top clubs. However, if they're unable to land him, they do have backup options, with Schalke's Ozan Kabak and Strasbourg's Mohamed Simakan also on their radar. More mad paper talk for you now, as over the weekend a number of outlets put out the story that Manchester City are now planning to swoop for Lionel Messi in January. Last week we discussed Inter Milan's interest in Sergio Aguero and how the Barcelona captain as well as Erling Haaland were apparently being earmarked as potential replacements for the Argentinian next summer. But following Ronald Koeman's suggestion that Messi will only stay at the club this season, with no news yet of talks over a new contract, a new rumour has emerged, claiming that City will try and sign the Argentinian maestro for just £15 million in the winter window. The Blaugrana would of course lose him for free in the summer and are in need of raising funds through sales, especially if they want to land Memphis Depay. However, that fee still seems ridiculously low for a player the club has continuously struggled to function without in recent seasons. Barca fans will still be reeling from the 33-year-old's near exit in the summer, and he hasn't contributed to a goal in La Liga since their opening day victory over Villarreal. But it's still hard to imagine a future without him at the Nou Camp. And while these reports seem far-fetched to say the least, we're not counting out another twist in the Messi saga. But what do you reckon? Will he stay in Barcelona beyond this season? Let us know down below. And that's all we have time for today, but let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you hear any new interesting transfer rumours, do send them in. And finally, if you've enjoyed this video, do give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more great content. Bye for now.